nice in my comfy onesie. Hi babies! So today I'm talking about aftercare and why it's needed and what you can do for a little for aftercare. So what is aftercare? After a BDSM session, aftercare is taking care of your sub and the dom too. It's kind of like making sure everybody's comfortable and happy, and if you don't do this, it can lead to something called oh, the kitty's stretching. You see my kitty? It makes a little appearance in every video. Where's my kitty? There we go. Oh, now my video's not straight. Whatever. So anyway, it can lead to what's called a sub drop. Sorry, I have my stuff on my computer right over here, so I'm just looking at it while I am talking to you about stuff. Sub drop happens when it kind of explains itself. So when a sub is, when you're finished a big session, BDSM session, and then the dom just doesn't do anything, and the sub just feels like used, and all of a sudden their mood just drops because, they may have had fun, but they need to feel like they're cared for. So if you've been being called names, been being whipped, been being flogged, who knows what you're into, been being choked, like whatever you're into, you've been doing all of that, and then the dom just leaves, the sub can feel really not good about themselves, and that's a sub drop, and that is not what you want. You do not want a sub drop. And it's the same with littles. Sometimes it's even worse with littles, because if littles are in their little headspace, then it's like sub drop times being a child and then being dropped. And you really gotta care for your littles. So anyway, that aside, this is how you take care of your sub and slash little and give them proper aftercare. These are just some suggestions. You might do some of these, you might do all of these, you might do some of these some of the time, all of these all the time. That is totally up to you. So the first thing that you can do for your little is, and this is actually what should be done first for all BDSM sessions, take care of the welts, the bruises, the cuts, the scrapes, the owies. Do that first, because that is very important. If you have lotion, put the lotion on, polysporin, depending on what you were doing, do all of that, and make sure that all of the owies are taken care of first. I don't know if you can hear, but my kitty is snoring in the background. So I kind of put these in like maybe an order that they could go into if you're thinking about doing a lot of these. Don't have to though. You can give them a nice warm bath or a shower. You can let them do that on their own if they need some quiet time, or you can go with them and wash them and make sure your little is all nice and squeaky clean, because you were just doing some dirty stuff. You might as well feel nice and clean after. You can do that, and you can make sure that your sub is feeling warm and comforted by the warm water. That'll help a lot. After that, make sure that your little is nice and comfy wherever you are. If you're, I don't know, on a couch or in bed or whatever, give your little some comfy clothes. So maybe a onesie. Onesies are always a good choice. You could also give them like a nice fluffy bathrobe. Maybe they have a nightgown that's their favorite, or if they don't want to be clothed, because I know some littles are kind of fussy, then you can just wrap them up in a nice fluffy blanket like a little comfy burrito, and that will really help them. Make sure, if they're like me and have a passy, to give them their passy, because it's a big comfort thing. It helps with comforting. It helps kind of keep your mouth busy. I don't know, it's something that you really need if you are a passy person. If not, then just ignore this step. But if you are a passy person, I suggest giving your little their passy, put it on a string, tie it like that so that they can't lose it. Get them. So BDSM sessions are very draining, and at the end they may need, well, they probably will need something to drink and a snack, and you can talk about those ahead of time, what kind of things you want for a snack afterwards, what the little wants for a snack afterwards, what kind of drink they want. They could also tell you after everything's all done, like, I want juice now, or whatever it is. Moral of the story and the ramble, blah, blah, blah. Moral of the ramble is just get them a drink and a snack, make sure they're all hydrated, make sure they get some of their energy back. Also, this is something that I really like, light something that's really nicely scented and that your little really likes to smell. So if there's a certain candle that's their favorite, like I have a certain candle that's my favorite, light the candle and then it'll fill the room with that lovely calming scent, and it'll make things a lot better. If you can't have candles, because I know some places you can't, then maybe get a Scentsy or something like that, or some essential oils, little scented essential oils. Those are good too. Put on perhaps a calming movie, some music, or read them a story. I highly suggest Disney. Disney is a good choice always, but if not Disney, then pick something else that you really enjoy. Something soothing, not something too dark unless that's your thing. Like, I love horror movies, so I totally get if, like, after you're like, let's watch Scream. That would be me. Most importantly, give snuggles, hugs, and kisses, and tell your little what they mean to you. Even if you're not perhaps dating or something, it's always nice to hear how much someone means to someone else. And if you're going through being a dom to a little, usually they mean something to you. So let the little know what they mean to you. Tell them that you care about them and you care about their well-being and you hope they're okay, you want them to be happy, any of those sorts of things. Just make sure that the little knows that they're appreciated and that they are loved and that they're needed by you. Just as much as they need you, I know you need them. That is about it for what I have right now for aftercare for littles. Those are just some suggestions to, you know, make the little feel nice and happy and calm and safe after. If you have any more, like, aftercare ideas, throw them down below because I want to know. Just as much as I'm sure everyone else wants to know more. And if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. Put it on Instagram. Put it on Tumblr. What else is there? Snapchat. You can also Snapchat me questions. Yeah, and all of those links are down below. So thank you for watching my video. I love you, BBs. Mwah! And have a good rest of your day. Or if you're heading to bed now, have a good night. And yeah. Bye, BBs!